Welcome to the Salt Circle Podcast. My name is Hank. With me, he just ate a chocolate cookie and now he's gonna crash. It's Majin Ben.
Hell yeah.
Choco cookie.
God. Oh my god. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy that I'm happy to be here. I was worried, man. We're talking.
Yeah, you were so fucking down on the first 3 episodes.
We're talking Dragon Ball Daima.
The whole thing,
the
full
whole
spoilers.
Thing, full spoilers. No spoiler-free nonsense. Because we can never hold it in any way. Mm-hmm. So full spoilers.
Oh, it's good. Go watch it.
Yeah, it's solid. Highly recommend.
It's only 20 episodes.
First 3 episodes, absolute slog. Terrible. I was so mad. But
that 3 they showed in a
4,
theater.
Episode 4, that immediate 180. Immediate. Instant. It was crazy. It was so funny. Yeah, dude,
I don't remember what happens in 4.
It just they get off on their adventure and fun stuff happens and we stop exposition dumping constantly. And it's just reacting to the world and doing fun stuff. Which is, I realized later, I'm like, they were doing a little exposition dump in another episode, much later, in the teens or whatever. And I was like, oh, I actually care now because I'm invested.
That's true. Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, you just need to start with Goku punching stuff, and then
episode 1 doesn't exist. It's mostly just reanimated bits of older Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, and it's not, that's good, that's fine, but it's not for me.
They don't even become kids till later.
Yeah, this is crazy. Episode. Yeah. But the whole thing won me over. After episode 4, there was never a downturn again.
Hell yeah.
Wait, there was I have one nitpick in the entire thing. And it's a different nitpick than yours.
Is it when they get shot by guns and get hurt? Because that one, I'm like, come on, guys.
Nah, that one didn't even bother me. I think because I was invested.
Okay.
It was good.
Mm-hmm.
It was good enough that I just kind of didn't even internalize.
Honestly, the thing that gets me over is I know there are people who care about power level who are so much madder than I will ever be about.
Oh my god, dude! When shit was popping off, I'm like, oh my god, someone's chart just got decimated. Someone just had their life's work ruined. It's perfect. No, when he does the final Kamehameha wave. He's way too stable, man. There's no kick. There's no pushback. There's nothing. He's just a rock, and it's not it's cool. It's fine, but
he doesn't fucking run out of energy in the last fight. He never even downgrades from Super Saiyan 4 once he gets there. He's just fucking hanging out at the end.
Yeah, because he's chilling, man.
He's fucking got plenty of stamina left, so it can't be my favorite. I'm not gonna think about it like other fights because Goku still had stamina left. Come on.
It's
no 4-hour his first World Martial Arts tournament fight with Jackie Chun. Come on,
yeah,
which I've rewatched religiously.
Honestly, it's probably maybe not the first time. I guess I'd have to think on it more and go through stuff. But in recent memory, I actually had a better time in our final fights when other people were getting involved. I really enjoyed how they did it was honestly a lot of good, well choreographed fights in this series. And I think when the other people were joining in, it was just cool. And it was because I liked seeing Ku and Do fight.
Hell yeah.
And just the
those
vibes.
Good boys.
Yeah, man. Just the vibes that they brought. I'm I really like watching everybody fight. And that doesn't most of the time I'm a Goku stan. I'm get them out of here. They're chaff. I want to see the main event. And this time I was very happy.
No, they did a great job. I liked all the new buds, the new characters. I was in.
I
liked all of them.
I no whiffs. Who's the I forget his name. With the belt.
Glorio?
Hibis.
Oh, Hibis, right, because he has the eye belt,
and then he has the hat.
Hibis's voice delivery is so fucking in Japanese is so powerful.
Oh, it's
like it's
so
the one
good,
thing
dude.
in the dub that I just don't. It doesn't get captured. I think the performance for Hibis in the dub is a fine performance in a vacuum, but it doesn't recapture what makes the character so fucking good in Japanese, which is he's like no affect, but also he does not give a fuck about you. Like,
Yeah.
like the dub voice performance has like a nervousness to it that I think misses the thing.
Yeah, that's not the character to me.
No, he's just he projects strength, even though it's like, even when
He's so
like,
confident.
Yeah,
But he's also just
gotta
like
go to the salon.
He's just also like at work, you know.
He's just, man.
Like,
when he fucking talks
do I
back
have
to
to?
Vegeta, it's like,
Yeah.
no, I fucking ignored you because you talk to me like you're a king, but you're not a fucking king.
You're not one.
Or when Bulma's like, "Oh, mud-colored wine. What does that taste like?" And he's like, he turns mud.
Tastes yeah. Dude, him talking to King what's his name, and he's like, "You can have all the pizzas you want." He's like, "I just want one." Like, it's so based as hell. Oh my god. No, I didn't think I was good. I didn't expect to like that character. I mean, I didn't expect him to stick around as much, but like that was so good.
It was such a good.
Also,
for a character in Dragon Ball who doesn't fight, he's so good.
He might be one of the most Chad characters in Dragon Ball. Because like the girl coming
go
up
to the
like,
salon.
the girl coming up to seduce him, and he's like, "I want your hat," and she's like, "I'm kind of offended." Oh my god, it was so good.
Give me that hat. And then he gets
like,
the hat
he's
that's
just
all
wiggling.
jiggly.
Dude, he's just wiggling with it, like his head back and forth. Oh, it's so perfect.
It's like worth it. And he finds out what it was. That the eye. And he's so fucking hiding it.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I have no idea.
Dude, the reveal at the end that like that chick was just sitting on him. So yeah, they're a little suspicious. Like nobody wanted to buy them. I sold one.
They're expensive.
Yeah.
I'll give you a good deal.
It's such a good reveal, man.
Dude, honestly, it's the best like final note because it's a joke. Like finally, Dragon Ball is just like we just ended on a bit. It's so fucking good. I loved it so much that they just ended on a bit.
Oh my god. Also, I like that
two more.
Two more. I like that the eye that we're dealing with, like the fact that he just gets to like step on it, like it just gets squished.
Yeah,
like it was such. That was the point. Like that one made me. I audibly laughed. Like I was just. I didn't. You go through all this shit, right? Like this whole thing, and it's just like it's so good.
Yeah,
I didn't expect it to work.
Yeah, the fact that it's just like there are multiple. It's just a powerful item that there's multiple. It's not a legendary like.
Yeah, it's presented as like this. The way that it's presented, though, is like the legendary blah blah blah.
There's just two more in an old jar. Is so. That's oh my god. Also, the Bulma faces.
Oh, dude!
In that scene of her looking at the bugs, it's like, oh my god! Finally, the anime doing Bulma justice of like her manga character. Bulma gets the most ridiculous faces. We did it. Man. We got there.
This show made me so happy, dude. Like, it was such a spot-on tone.
I feel it in my bones, dude. When I'm watching, I'm like, fucking Dragon Ball. It's just delightful.
It also, like, Yeah, it's just like nice in many ways. Like you have this thing with Aransu, right? And her like Glorio telling her, like betraying her, right? Not making the wish, and she's just like, whatever, like forget it, get out of here. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, it's just so good. It's so nice to have it be back to that. Also, very important, and I think it worked really well with like having Goku as a kid, right? Is everybody like, you can't possibly be that strong. Like it comes up so often. And it's every single time.
And he's not even, he's blowing them away, and he's not even like tapped into his true power.
For real. When Glorio challenges him, and it's like, oh, or even like just the, I mean, that's what kind of annoyed me early on, with those with the exposition episodes, because like the premise is so funny in and of itself, right? Oh my god, it's the strongest person in the entire universe. Let's mess with him. Like, because like they think he's gonna come for them first, which is for us, the viewer, insane.
Yeah.
You're off the radar. You could have had everything, but no. Oh, it's so funny, man.
Yeah. The way he just invites it all upon himself. Like, fucking kidnap Dende.
Oh my god.
Like, if they just had not kidnapped Dende, they probably would have been fine.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
just would have used the Namekian Dragon Balls.
Yeah. Absolutely ridiculous. Man, I think we need to talk about the best fight.
Episode 8
with the first Tamagama.
It's like the first boss fight we get, is how I think about it.
Yep.
Because I think a lot about the early pacing of this as being like a JRPG, with the like the way we see all their travel, and they're staying at an inn, and they go shopping, which sets up the fusion bugs that never come up.
Like, right? Yeah.
There's so much people were so waiting for fusion to happen, and it just doesn't. That's great. Fuck. Like, give people the middle finger that way. I fucking love it.
Toriyama's an artist. All right. The man knew exactly what he was doing.
King. It's king shit. That's what it is.
Yeah. It's like that time when he did whatever thing and people kept asking him not to do it. So he's like, yeah, I did it. It's like, it's perfect. It's easily the fight against the first Tamagama is easily top 10.
Yeah.
For me. Yeah. It's just, it has,
I love the Tamagami, because they're like, the way I like with the Tournament of Power, it was like every universe that's like a different genre. Got like the shoujo world. We've got fucking Jiren turns out secretly to be a Naruto character. Like Zamasu is like a fucking Bleach villain or whatever. The Tamagami are fucking Ichinamori characters. They're like Kamen Rider characters.
Hell yeah. Yeah,
they're like
got
their
that look, their
long arms and their eyes.
Through the eyes.
Hell yeah.
Like, yeah.
They're just fucking cool.
Also, they're so fun.
Yeah, they're so fun. The way that first one is just fucking yelling, and Goku's like, yeah, hell yeah.
I also I love that they all have like a little bullshit thing at the end. It's like, even if you do beat them, here's some cheap bullshit.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, that first.
I love that line at the after the fight. The third one's fight with the third one comes first, because it's the third Demon World. His fight with Goku, he's like, "I like you. You fight fair."
Yeah.
Yeah. This Goku just straight up overpowered him.
The thing is that that fight is just so well choreographed.
It's like the best 6 minutes you've ever seen in your fucking life.
Dragon Ball has gotten a lot of flack for having like long fights, right? And some of them turn into like kind of nothing burgers, or like they go too long, or like this part takes too long, or like they lose power, then they gain power, then they like power down, then Senzubi, like whole thing. Mm-hmm. And even if someone had that like sort of complaint for like our final fight in the series, that would make sense. I could see it if that's how someone felt. This isn't that. It's tight as hell. Like it just goes, and it's a great fight, and it like Goku.
It has like no cutaways.
Off. Yeah, he just gets to pop up. If I recall correctly, fairly minimal talking, which actually they did a few times in different fights. Like there's not a lot of yapping, which is kind of nice.
There's not a lot. Man, that's true.
Goku gets the Kamehameha out. Like
we get our big beam thing, and Goku just fucking smokes him.
It's just
like I've never seen beams just fucking win as much as they do in this series. Like you watch Dragon Ball Z, like a lot of the times you're fucking, the beam does not actually anywhere near the end of the fight.
Yeah. They did a really good thing with the beam at the end. Having the demon worlds be like divided by physical like ground is inspired, because then you could literally have his beam pierce the heavens. Like it's so good.
I mean, honestly, that's the coolest part about that whole final battle is Goku fucking shooting the Kamehameha through the 3 demon worlds, and then there's just this hole in the sky where a waterfall is coming out. It's so good.
Yeah, that's good shit, man. It's so powerful.
It's so fun.
The cherry on top of the Tamagami fight is then the Tamagami at the end is like doing the Kamehameha motion. Yeah, it elevates her from like a 10 out of 10 to like it breaks the barrier. Like it just absolutely shattered it. I was like, dang, Hank was right. This is like absolute peak. This is crazy. I never would have suspected.
Goku eating right beforehand.
Dude,
and that guy's like, oh, kids these days, so much energy, so good.
Yeah,
he's coming up with this, holding his pants. It's like, all right, let's fucking go.
Man, also we get I forget the name of the squad. Like they didn't defeat Majin Buu and the Tamagamis. That's okay, funny.
That can't be. That's not real. Fake Ginyu Force, the Gendarmerie, or whatever.
Yeah.
Their best scene is they fucking buy snacks for Majin Buu and Majin Q.
Yeah, dude, because I think they're just like kids or whatever.
Hell
oh my god, they can't even afford more than a chocolate bar. Then they're also broke because they bought all their shit. Dude, I did not expect to like Do and Ku as much. I thought they would. I mean, really, I just thought they would take them in a different, lamer direction, but they did not. They were top tier. They were so good.
They're just fucking delightful.
Like
I love that fucking Ku's like, I'll run to the store. And I'm like, the store? And then later we get to see their fucking demon convenience store.
Just a regular ass, convenience store. I don't know, man. They were just so silly and fun and freaking. When Duke like fully won me over is like, this dude is fantastic. He's amazing. Is when he reads the numbers, like he's taking all of it in, and then he's like, yeah, nice assist, right? And they're like, yeah, okay. All you do is watch or whatever. And he's like, meh.
He's like, that's not true. Oh well, whatever. It's fine.
And he just like goes because he knows he did it, and like that's all he needs. Like,
yeah,
the guy is a role model. Honestly,
I love him. I love him as fucking. I give up. I love him as just being a hype man for
Dude,
and just
he's
dude.
He's going
when I said I feel my bones in my heart, I'm yelling, dude. Just like him just yelling that. I fucking love it every time. Just being the hype man.
Yeah, dude.
I love that when Goku at the end when they're gonna fight Goku, he's like, "Yeah, I fought the Tamagami #1 and I lost."
Yeah. Is it?
And then he's like ready to fight Goku, and you're like, "There's just like fucking no." Do is fighting him. It's like, oh, okay.
God, I'm also very glad.
Just here to be useful.
I expected
so nice.
I expected Ku to be like a shitty Boo clone, and instead they like the fact that they made him just very different is so good. Because that would have been boring. That's the boring route, right?
Sure. It was also like I thought they were gonna like fight them, but no, they're just fucking good boys the whole time.
Yeah, they're literally just they do the team up, man. And then the
payoff,
the
payoff is so good at the final episode of Ku becoming the new fucking king of the demon world.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I got Ku confused earlier.
Yeah.
I got that. You know what I meant.
King Ku.
Yeah. What were you saying?
When Do sees Goku go Super Saiyan 3, and Ku gives him the cookie to power him up, and he just copies Goku's hair.
Oh my god!
Because that's what you do when you're powered up.
It's so good. The cookie power up is incredible work.
This big fucking cookie, and it's just like sticking out of his mouth. You're like,
yeah, man. Oh, it's such.
And then he immediately crashes. He's just like, Sugar Rush is over.
Can't hold on to it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They're very much like in the mold of the. If you think about the greater Dragon Ball property, they are like the Gammas, but better.
Oh yeah. That's a good call.
Because they're just here, and they're not the villain, but they're great additions to Dragon Ball.
Yeah. Man. I love Aaron Sue's, like she doesn't ride a broom, she rides a hookah.
Our non-binary queen. Because they go out of their way to say the Glints don't have gender. They're this character with giant tits.
Yeah. God.
None of the Mechians have tits.
That's true. Yeah. Look, those are like they're there for other reasons.
Look, she just has style, okay?
She knows what she wants.
Yeah. She wants to make the demon world scarier. But without the fucking extra power, she doesn't want to be fucking in charge of it. That's a bad time. You get overthrown.
Yeah. Man, that was such a good reveal. Like the person who defeated the previous king is actually like first in line. Like, do you want to be Supreme Demon King? He's like, yeah. Then the cape just appears.
Like, the cape. He gets to bore his cape.
Oh my god.
And then it's fucking. Wait, is he actually gonna be good at this?
Dude, the fact, like, holy shit.
Fucking never.
There was just so much. I'm thinking. I just thought of another thing that probably pissed people off regarding like power levels and stuff, like the Kraken.
Yeah.
He's too big for us. People just absolutely molding.
They go to Big World.
Oh my god!
Like the fact that they're like, it's the second scariest planet. the scariest planet is like big compared to this.
Yeah, like Gigalith or whatever. You know what? That's like I love that world building. Like, it's funny, right? It's very funny that it's just like, what if it was even bigger? But also, like, it's such a cool, it's one of those things where, like, if they showed it, it's immediately not as cool. My imagination is insane with that. Like, yeah, how vast are they? Like, that's crazy. That's crazy.
As Master Roshi said, there's always a bigger fish.
Yeah.
When you just like point out and say, yeah, there's bigger stuff out there. It just makes the world feel so much bigger than like when you've like neatly tied off all the strong guys.
Yeah. People are going to be debating about where the Gigalith folks stand on the power rating.
Oh, of course.
Generations. What if a Gigalith went Super Saiyan? What if a Gigalith had the inner eye?
I feel like the thing with like Goku being our characters our heroes are actually, despite being able to go into their forms, they're just much stronger when they become adults at the end.
Yeah,
clearly. I feel like that just breaks people's butt. Like, people want the forms to be, because the power level discussion is literally the joke of the way the Saiyans think about it, where people are like flat numbers at their levels or whatever.
Yeah,
I feel like that breaks people's minds.
See, and for me, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, we joke about kids having like more energy, right? Because they're like bouncing off the walls and they can like, oh, you're trudging up a hill and the kid is like running up the hill, but like now suddenly you have to walk for like 4 days straight. Who's gonna come out of that one on top, the kid or the adult?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the kid has burst. The kids have like burst energy. They can sprint up the hill, but then you go for a walk and you're carrying them by the end of it or whatever. No, see, that made absolute sense.
Trunks is going to land that one hit on Vegeta, but then Vegeta's going to fucking put him in the ground. I rewatched that scene because I had to remember because at the end of this, there's a reference to that of where Vegeta sees Trunks go Super Saiyan for the first time because he repeats his Super Saiyan bargain basement thing.
Oh, yeah.
Bargain sale. Because he says bargain in English. It's so good. And he did say that at least in Kai. Because I always wanted to double check. It's so funny.
Yeah, man.
It's not Super Saiyan 3. It's Ultra Vegeta 1.
It's Ultra Vegeta 1. Goku's like, what even is that? That's stupid. The fact, I think it's so
also
funny.
It's so funny. People got so convinced, Neva turned Goku into Super Saiyan 4. It was a magical power up, and at the end it's like, yeah, I was holding that in my back pocket. I didn't know if it would work, but
it was so like I just love how angry people must be, because it's just like it's like, who gives a shit? It's cool. Like, that's the best possible thing. No, when he said, yeah, I was like training for a while. I was just dying in my head. I was like, oh my God. That's so funny, dude.
It's fucking, how it can be canon? He doesn't go Super Saiyan 4 against Beerus.
Yeah, no, that's the thing too, right? Because like this comes before, so now you've just established that he can do that, and then for some reason he doesn't do it in Super. Like,
look, I can no prize it. He got owned so fucking. He was holding back, and he got owned so bad it didn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, it's classic.
It makes less sense that Vegeta didn't go. And Vegeta just hates 3 after this. He just never does it again.
Well, see, that tracks, right? That's Goku's thing.
Yeah, exactly. That's the Vegeta attitude. He doesn't want to follow in Goku. He'll do it once, but he doesn't want to fucking follow in Goku's footsteps again.
Yeah. I have to imagine that in his head, like, Super Saiyan is like the right right? That's like his right as a Saiyan. And then the Super Saiyan 3 is just like Goku's fucking weird nonsense.
Yeah.
That shit is so funny. That's such a I find it so funny because I know that discussion is happening. Like we're having it, but like we don't give a shit.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. I don't think
It's funny to think about other people having it.
Yeah.
Which is maybe a little rude, but like whatever. Don't be so. If you're mauling about this, maybe don't. Maybe
Yeah. If you're like
chill.
fucking getting mad, like calm down. It's fun. Just try to enjoy things that are fun. I don't know. In this all ages show, I do think part of why this show is good to me is because it's aiming at more being an all ages show. Because like this is thinking about Dragon Ball as a property that Dragon Ball olds are watching with their kids. Like that was their thought when they were making it. Whereas like Super, that's like continuing the train from kids who were watching Kai, like specifically. I feel like.
Do you happen to know
And olds, but.
like how involved Toriyama was? I know it said he did the story and character design and stuff, but like, was this like are we seeing his stuff or is it like his foundation? If you know, because I looked. But I didn't.
Who fucking knows? The word is he got very involved. Like they sort of the way the project they started it without him, and then they brought him in to look at it, and he like redid a bunch of it and was like got in cared about it.
Okay,
is like the way the story on it goes. But also I will say like every one of the movies like always touts like Toriyama was even more involved than last time. I feel like
sure.
Although I feel like the big ones are for Toriyama being involved are Battle of Gods, Superhero, and now Daima. They also like they talked it up.
I'm just saying. I mean, in argument of him being incredibly involved, there was a lot of fart jokes, a lot of poop jokes. I'm just throwing it out there. See, this is definitely one where on a rewatch, the first 3 episodes will hit a lot better. Because, like, I know that I care, so I'll be able to appreciate them, like, going to the demon realm and Goku immediately bust ass.
It is so funny they showed those first 3 episodes in a movie theater. It's like the worst 3 episodes of the show to pick to do that with.
Stretch. Now you showed. Imagine that they could have just showed episode 8 in the theater.
It would have been better. Because the word out was that this was not nearly as popular as Super. I don't know if that like changed by the end, but
I could see it. I guess my own.
There's like that. I mean, there's just like the fucking angry, like power level fan base is like they're kids. Fuck this.
Yeah. My anecdotal evidence from like people I saw on servers chatting about it is people were not excited generally. There was like a few people who were like, yeah, I'm checking it out, and like they were pretty neutral. A fair chunk of people were like, this just seems really stupid. And then they found out it was a prequel to Super, and they're like, this is like super dumb. Like, this is extra stupid. And then there was at least one person who was like, yeah, my friends have been hyping it up because they're like super excited. And then like he was in the same boat I was, where he literally watched like he made it through episode 3, and he's like, this is such garbage, and he bailed. And he picked it up by coincidence like a few days after I did again. The difference was he was much slower because I know what I didn't mention. I don't even know. Maybe I mentioned it to you. I decided to start in because you said the final episode's coming out in like 2 weeks or whatever it was.
2 weeks.
And I'm like, okay, I'll poke at it, and hopefully it takes enough for me to finish up and all that. And I watched 12 episodes. I just sat down and I watched Dragon Ball.
Once you get to 8, you can't stop there.
Well, it's more than just like, I mean, I was plowed. I think if Anya hadn't called, I would have just caught up that day. Like I would have done all like 17 or whatever it was. Episode 4 just like it hit, and then everything else just, like I said, it just kept going. And it never, ever really got worse for me. So, when I saw 8, I was like, my God, Hank was right. I can't believe it.
Just the fucking 6 of the best minutes you'll ever fucking see in your life.
It's just crazy.
I tell you, it's such insane. A good fight.
It's absolutely insane.
Like there aren't really high stakes to it or anything. It's just fucking good. Like. Goku fucking kicking ass.
The final,
so well animated.
The final credits were so good. Getting like the theme in there.
Fucking that guy bringing the snacks to the Tamagami.
Yeah.
Seeing fucking inside that bottle. Goma's fucking played.
Yeah,
but Goma like sat in his chair,
sagging in the chair, and
played video games.
Yeah.
It's just so fun. I don't know. I feel like like so much of like I was like trying to like I was just like I needed like episode recap podcast because like I didn't have anyone to talk to about it, right?
Yeah.
And every week I'm like I never finish an episode because like as soon as they get fucking they're like hung up on something and they're like annoyed or whatever because they have to fucking talk about it every week or whatever.
Yeah.
And like it's not making them feel the way they did when they were a child, which I don't actually know fucking how that's possible, but or it just couldn't be me. And I'm like, fuck, what are you doing?
Yeah, no, this is like this is probably, I mean, there's reasons. There's a hell of a lot of recency bias. I would say like right now it feels like it's like second place after OG Dragon Ball.
Sure.
It's just it's so damn fun. Also, it honestly benefits from being like it's 20 episodes clean, right? It's
That's
such an easy thing to take in. This is a weekend watch if you pump it. Like that's very important. I love feel
Super.
How like
it's
when
like
they were a kid.
Yeah.
You didn't get to see the trip to Namek for 50 episodes?
Yeah, I don't know.
Right.
Well, it just is like I don't know what your idea of what this is gonna be is. Like, it's not like fucking good screenwriting principles. Like it's fucking Dragon Ball. Like obviously,
yeah.
Watch it to an adult show if you want that. Like there's shows written for adults. You don't have to watch Dragon Ball.
You have to watch Dragon Ball.
But they have to watch Dragon Ball because they're fucking Dragon Ball YouTubers.
Yeah, that's awful. That's a terrible choice.
It's like, yeah. The reality of a thing is like you have to talk about Dragon Ball all the time. So now there's new Dragon Ball, and you have to fucking talk about it. So it's your job. So now you kind of hate it. It's like, oh, what a miserable existence.
I mean, it made me feel like I was a kid watching Dragon Ball. That's
I know that's the thing. Like I was just fucking stoked every week. I'm like, hell yeah! I'm just screaming. I want to yell at my TV.
The sheer number of instances where we got to watch people doubt and then be impressed by Goku's power was like,
hell yeah!
That's all I want.
How strong is that kid?
We we don't get much. I mean, like in Super, we're like he's going against other people who are also crazy, stupid, strong. We don't see as many instances of him like some average jackass doesn't believe his strength. The person who doesn't believe his strength is like also a deity or whatever.
I was off to think it when you were like, I'm just not feeling it, and then I'm watching the show. I'm like, this is just giving Ben the thing he said he wanted of Goku just rinsing people.
I know, dude. I didn't know at the time though. I can't see the future. It just speaks to how
his fight with Gloria. I'm like, this is like exactly what Ben was asking for.
His fight with Glorio,
and he just quit.
His fight with Glorio, and then combined with the fact that we had like the Minotaur who was like watching the whole thing, like, I'm full. Lucky for you guys,
I left something in the oven.
Yeah, he's like, get the hell out. Like that's peak. That's literally what I want. Or the fact that because we get it like multiple times, right? We get I didn't actually realize that first. When what's the other king's name? I don't even see it in here. Who's they pronounce it kind of like Panji, but it's like Pansy.
It's Pansy.
Okay,
yeah.
That's how it's spelled. Yeah. What's her dad's name?
I don't remember. Pansy's dad.
Pansy's dad. The king. Someone.
King Kadan.
Right. When he's like, well, I gotta see how strong you are, and he has Goku fight everyone, and like we get to see them be impressed by his strength there, except he doesn't even. I thought at first that he went Super Saiyan, but he doesn't. He just does kind of like a golden light burst.
Yeah, he maybe did a Super Saiyan for like 1 second or whatever.
But like not enough, and it took a second for me to realize like the other characters don't like internalize that, right? Like they effectively didn't know that they saw a transformation.
Yeah.
So then we get to see the same thing where they're like, holy shit, you're this strong? Later when he does transform, and it's so good every time. Like, I just want to see other people not understand and then literally see the light.
They get to see him go Super Saiyan 4, and then they see him go Super Saiyan 4 as an adult, and it blows their mind all over again.
Yeah, dude, they're just going crazy.
Which, like, that's the audience, right? Because that's the thing, like, it's like, oh, it's Super Saiyan 4, but he's a kid. It's not like the thing people wanted. And then they do the thing that the people crave, which is adult Goku going Super Saiyan 4.
Oh, my God. It's literally just Grand Zeno going, wow.
Yes.
Double awesome. Yep.
Another thing people hate that I'm like, hell, this is perfect.
People don't like that. That's that was like, I even remember I came to you with that as like independently, and I'm like, it's me. It's the viewer.
Yeah.
Goku's cool. Like he is. That's what
Goku got even
thinking.
more amazing.
Yeah, dude.
This is the one thing you can count about in the world is Goku will get stronger.
Why are people so miserable? They could be happy. They could be having fun, man.
Look, I will say one of those people who was miserable about it every week. One week he came out as defensive. He's I'm just trying to like say my opinion and I'm like being honest. And then like the next week was like, I apologize. I've like been clinically depressed recently.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, look, if you're complaining about this, it's more to do with you than this thing, really. And then he came out after the last episode and was like, this was peak. And I'm like, fucking finally. You got it.
There we go.
You got there.
You didn't.
You figured it out.
I actually know, because you mentioned to me, I know you have a little nitpick with the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go on.
Which one is it?
What do you mean, which one? You have multiple? The cup size. The cup.
Oh,
the cup. The
cup. In episode 8.
Yeah,
when
the scale
he
was
puts
off.
the Dragon Ball in the cup, and then he pulls it back. The fucking perspective. The other cups are just big, and the cup the Dragon Ball's in is just tiny, and it's not commensurate with like actual perspective. Is broken, and so the show's 0 out of 10 because they fucked up that one drawing. I'm sorry. That like one drawing was bad.
A single shot is just borked, and you're like, nope, game over.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I don't actually. It just, I find it funny. They borked that one drawing. It's like, man, they fucked that up.
I thought this was
Do
a
I
quality
actually
production.
care? Even a little bit? No. For how good the show looks, it was just fucking wild. I was like, why is this cup so
the
small?
show looks so good. Like it also I guess it didn't come up. The music is also good. It all the graphic style and the music just are like, oh, they hit.
They had time to cook. Mm-hmm. Like literally with Super, the problem was they had no time to cook. Like they were under fucking deadline stress immediately. Like the worst parts about that show as it aired don't even exist anymore because they redrew those bits.
Right. Yeah.
Like they just didn't have time.
That's
which is stupid. You fucking Dragon Ball. Give the fucking people the time to make it.
It was
a little shinier. Like
it was the early stuff, right? Like Battle of the Gods.
Resurrection F was the worst of it. The Resurrection F adaptation in the anime, which we didn't watch.
See, it's probably a good thing we didn't watch because my ass would have stumbled into like the poorly drawn original TV aired release that like one person from Siberia is seeding. I don't know, man. It kind of looks like shit. What did you watch?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it is a thing of like, if you compare, Super's first episode is so much better than Daima's first episode, because Super's first episode is just Goku being a farmer. It's like
it's just immediately fun.
Battle of Gods filler, and it's fucking perfect.
Yeah,
like but it's only perfect for like those 2 episodes that are new material, and then that show is turning Battle of Gods into a Dragon Ball Z fight, so it's like turning an hour fight into 20 episodes.
Yeah.
And it just gets fucking boring. Like Goku's fight with Beerus, it just dragged out so much. I'm just like, I actually fucking lost interest when I was doing it the first time.
See, it's so funny because I actually I sometimes forget that like I technically didn't watch Super proper, right? We just did the movies and then did the in between or whatever else.
Yeah,
which is I have no desire to do it the other way.
No, it's the way it should be.
Yeah.
It's the Kai version of Super. Is you watch the movies they made that came out first that are good. Well, one of them's fucking perfect and the other's very fun, and then whatever, because the fight isn't anything, but people also like to shit on Res F. I just want to say that movie's hilarious. The comedy slice of life bits in Resurrection F are great. You got fucking Jocko in that movie. It's so good. The fight against Frieza's whatever though. Frieza doesn't get good in Super until he comes back later.
Oh my god!
Tournament of Power. That part's fucking peak.
Tournament of Power Frieza is something else. Man. That shit was so good.
The other thing I'll say, like Super's final episode, its final fight is better than this final fight, for sure. Yeah, specifically to me because it's Goku's out of stamina. It gives me like that hits so much harder for me. Like Goku shooting down at Jiren, like trying to go Super Saiyan and like it's flickering on and off.
Yeah,
is always going to hit me so much harder than him at 4. There's like nothing about him at 4 is going to hit me in that way.
Well, as we said, the magic of 4 is knowing in your bones that someone out there is mad about it. And that's the power. That's the real power level.
Sure.
You made me think of something. Speaking of Ultra Instinct,
I do
stuff,
like how they redesigned 4.
We got a shirtless Goku, right? Didn't he take his shirt off at one point, or he emerged shirtless from something?
So it's funny because like when he goes Super Saiyan 4 as a kid, he just kind of like transforms.
Yeah.
When he does it as an adult, he clearly takes his shirt off as he's screaming.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But it's not a case of like his shirt got destroyed, so now he's taking off like the remains of it. I mean, he's just like actively taking off a perfectly fine shirt.
I mean, I'm down with it, man. We count those.
Yeah, no, it totally counts. It totally counts. I mostly count it because it doesn't. For as much as it's like the iconic thing, shirtless Goku, it doesn't happen that many times.
I mean, that's why it's so hype.
This is like the 4th. Like what? I don't remember. I forgot the count, but it's not a lot.
I was thinking we could rank shirtless Gokus. I was thinking while watching this, I'm like,
5th.
man, there's like we could rank Goku fights. What was the other thing? I had a funnier one that I was like, well, we could rank this. I forget what it was now. Damn,
Bulma
I started
faces.
I had nothing. Bulma faces.
That would be a lot of work to build list, but
oh no, we have to watch all of Dragon Ball again.
Well,
the whole thing.
And go through the whole manga.
The whole manga. Her faces in the manga are incredible.
Her faces at the end of this.
Yeah.
Oh, they put the stank on her animation, and I fucking like, yes, this is the thing you need to completely over animate. Is Bulma being so happy that these fucking bugs will make her skin better.
Dude, her as a kid being like, my skin is so supple.
She's so into it. They put that shit on the next episode preview, and I was dying. It's like, yes. Yeah. I was just like in my head going, next time on Dragon Ball Z. Bulma is like stoked about her soft skin. This is what the people want.
It's true. Dude, it's just so fun and silly. It is what I wanted. That's what I want out of Dragon Ball. The power shit is great, but like
I love a good fight. Love a good fight.
Yeah. I think there was
but like honestly, like in the Gomba fight, I got so much more hyped for like Goku and Piccolo just watching Vegeta fight and talking about it.
Yeah.
Like that fucking hit for me of like saying, what do we fucking do?
Holy shit, we didn't even talk about Bulma withholding sex from Vegeta effectively. If you don't stop fighting, I won't have baths with you anymore. And he just immediately
all right, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm out.
Like, I would rather die than give up. No more baths. I'm all right, I'm done.
Dude,
my wife called. I'm out.
It's one of the
it's like the most humanizing things we've ever seen with Vegeta. Also, like just the way of his like his nervousness as he's like in the middle of the fight, like the way it cuts between them before she even makes the declaration like is so fucking good.
His wife is
like, no, I'm fighting to the death here.
This is one of those things where like I think it just proves that a little goes a long way, right?
Oh, 100%.
I would say to me, I feel like that kind of it gets into like that. I could see that joke happening like the same way ish in the MCU, right? It has that kind of vibe to it. But the fact that we never get that makes it incredible. Like, we don't get that very much. Seeing Vegeta full stop and just like doing the dash like he's out, just teleport out or whatever. It's also
it's like, and it's like there's the earlier scene of where like that establishes that because Kamala kind of doesn't want to go back to being an adult. Vegeta's
yeah.
like, no, we have to go back to being adults. What are you talking about? And Jaime's just like, oh, you're a boob man.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god, that was so good, dude. Oh, that was oh my god, that was so fantastic. He doesn't deny it though either.
It's not. It's not. He just needs. He's supposed to take a bath with his wife. And he would rather die than give up a fight.
Yeah.
I like that he has to give up. He's definitely not fucking fighting with anybody. That's ridiculous. He's not fighting alongside Goku. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Man, I love when Goku asks. He's like, you want me to help? He's like, fuck you. And Goku's like, yeah, I knew you'd say that. I didn't want to fight with you either.
Yeah, social obligation.
He's like, I knew Vegeta would say no. It's fine. But just like, yeah, I don't know. Again, like him talking to Piccolo and like actually thinking about it and going, like, yeah, they're adults. They have thoughts. It's so good. I only need it for like a second, and it's like, oh, it's so good. Fucking him and Piccolo are buds. They're thinking about fighting in the same way. Goku values Piccolo's opinion.
Yeah. Vegeta had another great moment that I think is funny, mostly because it's Vegeta, and that is him. Oh, have we got? Yeah, we wouldn't have gotten there in the dub yet. I might have to check it out in the dub. Him saying that when he fought the Tamagama, and then he does the thing afterwards, right? He has like the bullshit question. He's like 0 because snakes don't eat biscuits. It's just such a dumb sentence that Vegeta gets to say. Like, it's so funny to me.
I love that fucking puzzle. And Vegeta's he's like standing there just getting mad, and he goes Super Saiyan.
Oh
just standing there because he's just fucking furious.
He's so angry. Just livid. Goku's just lost. Like, Goku's just out. It's so over. I also think it's very funny that presumably I guess the first Tamagami. Tamagami. I'm getting my shit backwards. It's very funny that one is like one that in theory nobody would have been able to get but Ku. Like,
yep.
There's just no semblance of a chance. It's like who would get it? Who else has a chance? Like Piccolo, maybe? Maybe he could whip something out. Like,
I don't fucking know, dude.
It's just very funny. The way that dude is just staring, like slack jawed or whatever. But like immediately,
yeah,
which you know is coming, right? He's like the Boo knockoff, and it's like time to math. It's like it's over.
He's not passing the written exam.
No. He's sleeping. What a good show, man.
It's just so fun.
It's incredibly fun.
I fucking love Neva and how he's like kind of fucking creepy because he's so fucking powerful.
Dude,
even though he's good the whole time,
they do him so well. The way he's introduced, right? Like, it's such a specific vibe. It's so specifically like weird and creepy and cool and just like mysterious. It's so cool. And then later when he's doing the thing and Piccolo's like, you knock off the senile act. He's like, oh, you saw through that, huh? I just love that they have him. Like, they literally just have like a Deus Ex Machina walking around with him. The
Yeah,
freaking
it's
shields.
Dragon Ball.
The fact that it's like, oh, he made the Dragon Balls. Oh, he made the strongest things in the demon realm besides the third eye power up. Oh,
but
he
he's
made the shields for the thing. He's like, I felt like airing this place out.
We can turn this off. It's fine.
Dude, the fact that
But
after
he's
that,
not
like,
a fighter.
Yeah.
He's like super powerful, but he's not
use
gonna
his
fight.
stuff for
He's
peace.
pacifist. Yeah.
The fact that after he takes out the shields, it's like people. We get the shots of people that are like, "Do you hear wind?" It's such a good little bit. It was very funny. Oh, Neva also during Vegeta's fight, he gives the Tamagami a little power up. He's like, he likes to fight.
Yeah. They like to fight, so I helped him out.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
I mean, Vegeta gets to go Super Saiyan 3 and win.
Yeah.
Like, what a day for Vegeta.
I love that setting. The second fight, I love that setting. It was very cool. Like, not just because it was water, but like, I don't know, just the way the shrine looked. It was a very specific vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe because it reminded me of I want to say it reminded me of like some of the shots or the scenery or setup or something. And I want to say like Pluto is the thing that's coming to mind. Not that it's like anything super specific, but I don't know. It's just the vibe. Maybe it's like just that design of the Tamagami.
Mm-hmm.
Just like had that sort of vibe to it a little bit.
Sure.
Right? Mm-hmm. So it got me thinking. But
They feel very retro.
yes, it's so good.
I love it. It's a designed aesthetic that I'm fucking in love with. Yeah, my favorite part. I love how they set up parallel Vegeta's fight and Doo's fight with the Tamagami.
Yeah,
like I really like that. It's very good. Mm-hmm. Like as much as I don't think it's as good as Goku versus the Tamagami, like it gets pretty close by just like having the two like in parallel tracks. And also, I just love Doo. I love both
so
those
good.
fucking Majin Buu fucking
Idiots.
Cybermen little good boys.
They're just
fucking
guys.
him
They're just
dodging the
guys.
sword and like his head wrapping around
my
it and
God.
bonking him.
Yeah.
Stopping in midair. Running out of energy and eating a cookie. You know, it's all good. It's all good.
Also the fact that Ku is just like, yo, you're my vice supreme. What the hell was it? Magistrate? Or no?
I think he was making ministers.
Ministers. That's what it was. Got it wrong. Jesus, I just saw it too. No, like your vice supreme demon king.
Yeah,
or
I watched
vice
it. I've
supreme
watched it like
minister or
3
whatever.
times. So.
Yeah.
I watched it without subtitles. I watched it.
I saw in your heart. You're like, you talk a big game, but you're okay. That was kind of like, that was a big thing for me, is that all of our big bad, like, you think of some of the evil people in like Super, right? Or just Dragon Ball Z, whatever. They're pretty bad. They're like just all bad. In here, it's like they're bad, but like,
Well, it's the same trick as superhero, right?
Goma.
Where we set up this different track of villains, but they just turn out to be good guys.
even
More good guys.
even aside from the people who turn out to be good, like take Goma, right?
Mm-hmm.
He gives me more. Jeez, I must be tired. I'm blanking. Why can't I think of
Pilaf?
this? Pilaf. That's it. I kept wanting to say Piccolo, and I'm like, I know it's not Piccolo, but that
He
it's
feels
a
very.
P.
He also feels kind of Garlic Jr. because he gets big.
Yeah, yeah. But like the Pilaf stuff is very strong. In it.
Yeah. Like he's just like petulant and an idiot. He's doing
Yeah.
everything out of panicking.
Yeah, he's not like
Um.
malice in the same way that like Zamasu is, right?
Yeah. Well, I do love that when he gets big, he's just Jiren with a big, dumb, goofy face that looks
he's
funny
just-
when you punch it.
Yeah.
Like he's just a wall to be punched and make goofy faces, and it's perfect.
Yeah, dude.
Like it's like no complaints.
Man,
it is very funny to me how much his body just looks like fucking Jiren.
Yeah.
Like why does he just have a Pride Trooper outfit?
Because look, man, that's how his little thing expanded when he got swole. Dude, the thing with that woman, what's his name? Who's the other Glind? Degasu.
Degasu.
The woman that he hired, and she's like, I got this belt that like he hired me to get. He's not here. Do you want it? He's like, yo, about my money? He's like, yeah, you can take whatever you want from that room. And she's like loaded up.
Hell yeah.
He's like, can you shove this eye in my head? She's like, that's disgusting. I'll pay you. All right. And then she's like running away, and she drops her jewels or whatever. She comes back for him.
It's so good.
Just a little bit. It's so at every turn. It just does the fun or delightful thing or cool thing. They just missed that one kick. They were one kick away from perfection.
Fair. I have some complaints. I want to say.
Oh.
I don't really care. I'm just saying.
Okay,
like structurally, I wanted to get to the thing of like where they have the gunfight and our characters are getting shot by guns and going, because they want to like make this fight against this army have like be like a thing so that then the third Demon World crew can show up and save the day. It's like really a moment to get that group over, which I'm fine with as like a story thing. But when I'm watching, I'm like, Goku shouldn't be getting hurt by a gun. Come on. And then in the Goma fight, Vegeta just gets like completely sidelined when they're kids in like a weird way. Like everybody's like jumping up to like do the team attack, and Vegeta just can't even get up. He's like too hurt. And I'm like, that's.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you just didn't want Vegeta there because he was gonna do his thing later. Like he gets his moment when he.
Yeah, he's supposed to be like too exhausted, right?
Yeah, but this is
like,
weird.
It feels a little strange that and then like because he's just like so much more.
Yeah, I think like the idea is like because he refused to eat a revived bug. He's like bugs are gross. Bug. That he doesn't have the energy to go Super Saiyan 3 there until he's an adult again. But it just feels a little odd.
Yeah.
But
I'd agree. That's a little.
I don't really care, feeling. But like,
it doesn't stick with you as like a bad thing or anything.
No, I'm just like, oh, that's weird. Why did they do it that way? Oh well. They got a big. I love Dragon Ball is a thing where group fights are fucking great. And they don't do them very often because they're so antithetical to everything Vegeta and Goku stand for.
Yeah. But I mean, that makes them sweeter, right?
Yeah.
Especially when they're done well.
Yeah, like the stakes are truly fucked. Like,
yeah.
They're truly seeing an enemy. They're like, what the fuck do we do?
God, that was such a good. It's such a fun, dumb solution.
Yeah, you got to hit him in the back of the head 3 times. You read it in the magic book.
Yeah, it's perfect, dude. The ancient technique. Donk,
we found the wiki. The week Masako Nozawa says Vegeta. When Goku's like saying that he doesn't have that much stamina, but he has more stamina than Vegeta.
Oh yeah.
I got more than Vegeta.
Yeah. That's very good.
And just like getting some internal dialogue from Goku, going like, I gotta finish this quick. And then him like doing the rundown through the forms of Super Saiyan, and then doing the and a bonus, which also made me think of superhero, because that was the Piccolo's thing was from Shenron. Let's add a little bonus.
Add a little bonus. A little something.
God, Goku's face looks so fucking demented. He's screaming and he's going Super Saiyan 4.
Yeah, man. Oh. I'm excited to watch this again dubbed.
They did a good they made the right choice when they redesigned Super Saiyan 4 Goku, where they made his hair red.
Oh, yeah.
The original in GT, Super Saiyan 4 Goku has black hair, but Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta had red hair, and it's just a better design, so they just stole that.
Yeah.
I love his fucking thick arms. It's like, yeah, fuck Goku.
Tree trunk
no wrists.
Also, big old hands.
Yeah. It's fucking Goku presenting rock as a child. It's the power. Big fist.
It's just so good. It's so cool.
Uh-huh.
Also, we had a lot of like very hype for what they were. I would say very hype. Like not a transformation, but like he's in Beast. He's in Super Saiyan 4, and he gets like the kind of white outline, right? Like he does like a power up kind of thing, but it's just like a power up. It's not a full deal. There's like a lot of those, and they still hit. They're still cool.
Yeah. There's so much stank on this animation. That's the only way I can say it. They just got it on. They just fucking did it.
Yeah, man.
And I think of like that thing where I said of like the best part of Cell versus fucking faces when he gets owned.
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah, that's what they fucking got with Go. That's what Goma's here for. It's just these faces are ridiculous for him when he's just getting the shit kicked out of him over and over again.
Yeah.
It's just like, but he has infinite stamina. Like, it's like, what do we fucking do? It's like, yeah, that has vibes of. That's like still a Dragon Ball villain in that it's like still just taking ideas from Boo and Cell of like, yeah, you can fucking fuck him up, but like he's just fucking gonna get better, and you're like, what the fuck, God, just being stronger than him isn't enough.
Yeah, I mean, I like that, right? It's fun when like just not being stronger is enough. That was kind of like a thing throughout this entire. I thought there would be. Once they started leaning into like we don't have our full power level, we're kids. I thought there would be more of like a sense of. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. Not futility, but like it just won't hit the same. But it actually made stuff hit better because like they were just on like a quest, and Goku was still like stronger than 90% of people, but it made it less about like knowing he needs to find a new power up at the end, right, or anything like that. Like it made the question, how is he going to win, a little more interesting. Like, how is this going to be resolved? Because usually the answer is like, oh, he powers up.
I mean, I just compare it to like a lot of the like, but the thing I go back to is like the Red Ribbon arc of like just Goku could just be stronger than everyone. It's fine. It's still good.
It's okay. You can just have fun with it.
He could just own everyone, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Goddamn, Goku.
We're here to help.
It's like,
you did what?
You took out the whole army, which is why like Goku's getting shot. I'm like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
But it's for the sake of other characters. It's like pure booking.
Yeah. There's also
just like when they become adults and you're just like, oh, they're just way stronger.
Oh, it's so good, dude.
Vegeta's just fucking owning Goma, and you're like, yeah, he's just like.
Well, see, and that's and because you get again when like the new characters know that they're not really kids like they used to be adults, but they don't understand what that entails. So then they're like, oh shit.
Yeah. You get Goku just like Glorio standing next to Goku, and Goku's just fucking taller than him, and you're like, fuck yeah, hell yeah.
Oh,
it's good.
Yeah. You mentioning Cell reminded me. Well, I guess like made me realize that this is an example of what I like when they like take someone's DNA and make a thing. Like do this instead of just we
the
combine
crafting of
everybody's shit
I know,
to make
the
a
crafting
villain.
of Do and Ku. Like I got so fucking excited. Like you see that smoke rising. It's like all booze forms.
Yeah.
I
Or
was
just
like,
the way they do like the seed stuff.
yeah, and it was
a
just
cool
like
idea.
I was watching that. And I'm like, oh, I'm so fucking excited for the rest of this show. Like this is just like building up to like stuff. Like we're expanding the story. Like stuff is happening. Like that was a moment where I was like, oh, I'm so in on this show because I'm so excited to see where this goes because I don't know, and like I couldn't have predicted. Like,
yeah, man.
those characters are just fucking good boys and fun. Like,
I'm so happy it went the way it did. Like it's just such a good thing.
Yeah. I do think we could have got a little bit more of Do and Goku's fight. Like we could have got a little bit more.
Sure, yeah.
But we ran out of time.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Oh, it's so peak. What a good thing to 180 on.
I'm so happy. You were. I was so relieved when you're like, I'm in, because I didn't want to be here. Like, this is just pure and good, and you're like, meh.
Yeah. I'm kind of glad I took the break though.
Oh,
because
sure.
if I'd come in on episode 4 hot off of 3, I would have still been like wrapped up in it. But instead,
Well,
I was like,
I think that's a key part to the people I was listening to be complaining about it. Like, I don't all think they're gonna like feel that way about it forever. But like having to do it every week, then once you're down on it, then you're stuck in being down on it, right? Like,
you don't have time to crawl out of that.
You don't have like the option to like, I'm not feeling this right now. I'll come back to it later, kind of thing.
Yeah,
Which,
and it was man. It was
it's
so
like
nice.
the reasonable way to watch stuff. Like if you're not feeling it, fucking stop watching it.
And then I got to binge it.
Hell yeah, even better. You don't have to wait every week.
Oh. Yeah, I had to wait like 2 weeks. It was actually, you know what? It wasn't even 2 weeks because like by the time I watched it, because I watched it on Netflix mostly, and then there was like one episode I just watched online, and then I had to wait. It was like a few days or whatever, and then like the next one came out, and so I just watched that online, and then then it was the last episode, and I'm like, just hit me when it's out, and I watched it immediately.
Oh yeah, that was the other thing of one of the theories about why it wasn't doing as well is because they put it out like everywhere, but that meant that none of the streaming platforms were motivated to put any advertising, like to like front page it or anything, because it like wasn't their exclusive thing. It's just the way that those platforms work now.
That's
of like what they put up for it is what people look at. Because if you're a person who is subscribed to a streaming service, you're just gonna watch what's fucking in front of you, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're not. If you had like actual, if you were putting thought into the things you were gonna watch, you wouldn't have a streaming service. You would fucking you would like be bouncing around and just grabbing a trial or whatever.
It's kind of insane, just because like, especially if like one of the biggest media properties on the planet.
I know.
Like, it's kind of crazy that nobody was. But yeah, you're right. Like I didn't see shit about it. But, oh well.
I liked it.
Yeah, it was
I was all in on it. I went to a theater to watch those first 3 episodes, even though I knew that it's pretty mid.
Hell yeah.
Like I'm just fucking in. I was just in on it. I love Dragon Ball. And like I know they can fuck it up. I know you can make Dragon Ball I don't care about. I've like tried to watch GT.
Dude, this had so much room for being miserable. Like even aside from like exposition dumps, like there's so many there's so many branching paths where they could have just made like the lamest decisions possible.
Yeah. It's like you can fuck it up, and this 100% was not doing that. This was fun.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved it.
It was very, very good. Very hype on it. I don't know if I have anything else. Not offhand anyway.
Yeah. It's more like,
But, like,
now it's like, what's the part of this that I'll revisit next year or whatever? Like,
yeah.
because like, I'm out here rewatching Goku vs. Jackie Chun like every year and forgetting I did it last year. Like, and I've rewatched the final episode of the Tournament of Power a lot too, because I love Goku looking at Jiren and going, that motherfucker got here all on his own. he didn't like in an episode that's about like working together and like the power of teamwork, and Goku's like, oh, but that guy did it by himself. That's so cool.
Yeah.
And like my money currently is on the Tamagami fight, but it might be like just Goku and Piccolo talking about like, what do you fucking do with this guy? He's got infinite stamina. Even if you fucking jump in, is that gonna fucking help?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something about that I fucking love.
Yeah, I don't know what part would stick in my mind. Like, I also think it's the Tamagami fight, but I'm trying to think like what a second place. There's so many good bits.
Oh my god, Bulma looking at the bugs.
Yeah.
What a fucking god tier at post credits bit. Like,
hell yeah, dude.
It's so good. Yeah, they're just fucking two more eyes, and they can't. Like, what do you fucking do about that? And then it just ends.
Oh my, what a fantastic note to end on. Like, it's actually crazy. It's a perfect ending. It's a perfect
They're
ending.
all screaming.
Yeah, they're all just like,
what
the hell?
I'll give you a good deal.
Yeah, I'll give you a good deal. The
buy
fact
them
that
and
they
step
haven't
on them?
sold.
Yeah.
The fact, because like not only are they expensive, but they're like a little sus. Like, they're suspicious and pricey. So I only sold one. Like, people just don't buy them. It's so good.
So good. It's so good.
What a great series.
I love Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball's good shit, man. I'm glad it got more good additions.
New Super manga when?
Not soon.
I think we're
enough.
getting probably gonna get like a manga adaptation of Daima before anything. I think would be the next thing. Probably.
Kind of
my guess.
disappointing, but I get it.
Yep. It's like how, when they were adapting all of superhero for like a fucking year in the manga, I'm like,
God.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
guess.
I just want the new shit.
Mm-hmm.
Every time they give me new shit, it's so good. Why can't they give me new shit more often? It makes me happy.
Or just give us like the Adventures of Pan. Like, just
let Toyotaro cook, man.
Just
let
do
Toyotaro cook.
Just do Pan adventures in the style of like OG Dragon Ball. Or Daima.
Because I do think like all the like that stuff with Goten and Trunks in high school, like I think that's all Toyotaro kind of driven. Apparently his like favorite part of Dragon Ball is Teen Gohan in high school. I'm like, hell
that's
yeah,
understandable.
Dude. That shit rules. So I just want that guy to be able to make more stories, but
yeah,
I
dude.
don't know. It's weird now that Toriyama's not gonna be able to fucking fix any other projects anymore, and give it like that.
Yeah,
that tweak that just makes it fucking peak. Yeah, who knows? Because that's what GT lacked. Is just it. He did some character designs that are good. Like he did some drawings that are like fucking. You look at the ending for that show, and it's like, yeah, those are fucking. The vibes are good, and then the show just it doesn't have it. It's like not funny.
Yeah,
like, the humor doesn't hit. Action doesn't hit. For me.
Yeah,
they're fucking. They're GT fans.
I still plan on.
The show was kind of. This show was kind of for them in some ways.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's good
That's
stuff.
Podcast. Salt Circle Podcast, gmail.com, Salt Circle Pod on Twitter, anchor.fm/Salt Circle, youtube.com/@Salt Circle. We'll probably talk Dragon Ball again one day. That'll happen.
That seems likely. I'm not anywhere. I mean, I'm on YouTube is where I am at Drathius.
I keep forgetting. I think I forgot to say Bluesky, but that's just because it's harder to say.
Yeah.
Bluesky.social or whatever.
I mean, you got the link in the thing, right?
Yeah, it just links in the description.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Bases covered. Easy.